Go.
And welcome to Goffstown High School for a Division I softball matchup between the Portsmouth Clippers and your Goffstown Grizzlies. Hello, my name is Scott Gross, and I am joined today by Bill Ruel. How's it going, Bill? Cold day here, right?
Yeah, need the Woolies. Need the Woolies.
So Portsmouth comes in with a 3-1 record. Grizzlies, and that is a
Solid
hit to center
single.
field. Yeah, nice hit by Hindle. So Goffstown, as I mentioned, comes in at a 2-2 record. They had a heartbreaker loss on Monday. They were leading, I believe, 4-1 in the top of the seventh. Gave up and then ultimately lost 5-4. So
Right.
those are tough ones. So in the batter's box now is Laura Milks, runner at first. That one's away. So brand new scoreboard for the Grizzlies. That one was failing all the time last year.
No, we can't blame Brad there.
You can't blame Brad on that one, for sure. Even count 1-1, and we got a timeout. I got to say, it is pretty cold here. The temperature is about 45 to, I don't know, probably 46 degrees, but it's windy. And that's a strike. 1-2 count. See what type of lead, Bill, that Hindle's taking. Not much. And that's going to be another one right up the middle. Will Shielda stops at second base. So two singles. And Goffstown, a little bit of a jam here in this top of the first inning. And right up the middle, you can't defend that one. Well, the pitcher didn't really have much of a chance because it was hit pretty hard. And in steps Anna Cristo, the center fielder. High and outside for a ball. Sounds kind of cliche, but you just want to get an out when you can get one.
Nice pitch, right down there.
Here's one you want to be like fortuitous and have it like grounded right to third base. Get a quick force out.
So
popped up, going to be out of play though. And a nice catch by more than likely a Portsmouth parent.
If that was banana ball, doesn't he get a next game free?
I do believe he gets something like a hot dog or maybe today a hot chocolate. But it's a 1-2 count to Cristo. Off-speed pitch. A little high, 2-2. Outfield for Goffstown's playing fairly deep. And that is what I was talking about, if you can get a grounder to third base. But that was a slow grounder out of play. Ooh, just outside. Full count now. Pretty aggressive lead taken there by Hindle.
Let's see what the runners are doing now with a full count.
I think you're pretty aggressive here. Fouled off. Way to stick with it by Cristo.
No.
Low. No. That's a walk. So got the bases loaded here. Goffstown in a big jam.
Number 4 hitter, too.
So in steps the 4 hitter, Abby Craig.
It's a good-sized girl. No.
And obviously he's trying to be a little careful pitching to the cleanup hitter, trying to pinpoint it, low and inside towards the knees. Another low.
Got to keep the ball in the infield.
I would agree. That's a good pitch.
Good, yep.
A little bit off, took a little off that one. Ooh, I like that one. Yes,
Yep.
Good pitch. That's a perfect pitch actually, because you have to really go down and get it. Totally at the knees. So it's a 2-2 count. Hit sharply to the outfield. That's going to bring home 2 runs. And a nice single by Craig. Good thing I had a pencil on my score sheet because I made a boo-boo. Another sharply hit ball to center, right through the center fielder's legs. That's going to bring home 2 more runs. And that'll be a single and an error by Goffstown. And they're quickly down by 4 runs.
None of the hits really been cheap too. They've been on the ball.
Well, they've been on the ball, and they've all been hit to pretty much to center field,
middle,
except for that one, the third, the cleanup hitter hit one to left field. Good timeout here initially by, not timeout, but just going to talk to the pitcher, West. But you're absolutely right. I mean, every single contact by the Portsmouth hitters has been strong.
Solid.
Yes, very solid.
Yeah.
Ainsley McGloshing steps in. Off speed. Another one to left field, and they're going to hold a runner. But another single, so all singles, you know. Shouldn't say that, all singles and a walk. So still no outs. Number 7, Ali Gerard.
I think this girl at first going to take off.
Would make sense. Stay out of the force.
Yeah. I think I'd send her, because if we make the throw there, this girl's coming home.
I agree. Fouled away onto the rooftop. I wonder how many balls are on that roof. A 1-2 count. That looks good.
Yeah.
That's a strikeout.
And the runner went to second.
Yep. So Emmy Greco steps in, and what did we call him that one?
Ball.
A ball. I wasn't sure if I hit the outside part of the plate. So a runner at second base in McClatching. So if you just joined us, Portsmouth had a hit parade here for a while. Scored 4 runs in this top of this first inning, all on singles, a walk, and an error. It's a 3-1 count.
let her swing.
And that's where you kind of have to know where you are in the batting order, too. It's like, you know, try to just make, you know, you want to make your pitches, but don't be too careful. There you go. That should be.
Oh, it's trouble.
Oh, and it's dropped by the center fielder. And they needed that one, right? So.
Yep. Run comes in.
So it's another run. That was McGloshing. I'm sorry, Douglas, who scored. And McGloshing goes to third base. Will be an error.
Ninth batter.
Yes. Yep. That's Darby Benson. And that's grounded to first. Tough throw.
Got her.
Got her barely. She caught that with her in her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And they've batted around the Clippers.
This one hit the ball up the middle. Am I right on
Yes,
this?
she did.
Yep. It was solid, too.
Nobody's really gotten it up in the air either, you know, so then.
No. It's all line shots.
Yep. That looked good. But I don't think he called it that.
No.
So you got runners at second and third.
Yeah.
And that's in there for a strike. A 3-1 count
Throws a
to
change
Hindle.
up.
It's an important out for Goffstown. And that's going to be a walk. So Laura Milks, she also singled, scored. And that's a pop-up, playable, and caught. And that'll end it. But not before the Portsmouth Clippers put a 5 spot on the board as we head into the bottom of the first. We'll be back in a few. Up is Brooke LeClaire for the Grizzlies in the bottom of the first, and she fouls off the first one. A little bit of an off-speed pitch, it looked like. Change-up.
I watched this girl warm up. She's got a good fastball.
Yeah, Sarah Sokonicki. It's low and inside for a ball. So we got a 1-1 count to Brooke LeClaire. That's good eye. High pitch there. 2-1 count. Get Gabby Gerzone on the on-deck circle. Fouled off onto the roof. Evens the count. Portsmouth is playing pretty deep. And LeClaire draws a full count.
It's coming in hot.
Nice way to stick with that. That's a good at bat right there. Barely got a piece of that one, Bill. I'm saying off speed on this one. Change up. Nope. That's going to land in there, I think, for a hit, and it does.
Nice job.
So LeClaire with the single. It's kind of what the doctor ordered there, because you need to get base runners if you're Goffstown and start chipping away, and hopefully you can settle down on the defensive side a little bit, get some breaks. So Gabby Gerzone, second base for the Grizzlies, is in the box.
Ball.
So, Bill, do you think that they're going to take some chances here? I think you got a good shot at stealing a base, but... And that's a seeing eye single. And now you got runners at first and second. So Emma LeClaire, the shortstop, steps into the box.
First baseman's in.
Maybe she thinks it's going to be a bunt, but I don't know. It gives you opportunities, though, to take a bigger lead. That's a good pitch. 1-2 count.
Actually, both at the corners
are
in a little.
I'm sorry, 1-1 count.
Ball.
2-1 count. You know, it's interesting, Bill. You just don't see, even in baseball, high school, even above that, you just don't see a lot of small ball type of stuff. You don't see a lot of bunting and forcing of
it's
the
a lost
action.
start.
Yeah. Nice stop by the catcher.
So you got 3-1. What are you going to do?
It was McGloshing. Nice play. Oh, fouled off. So we got a full count here. Now what do you see? Do you think that he puts the runners in motion? And Finley Heath on the on-deck circle. And that ball is hit hard.
It's out of here.
It is off the wall. It's going to score at least one. They're going to hold up the runner at third base, but that missed a home run by about a foot.
Hit the yellow?
It hit the yellow. Yep, the protective cover.
Oh.
That was almost a 3-run home run by Emma LeClaire. She gets a double.
Coach is out.
Yeah, so quickly, it's a 5-1 game now. So runners at second and third for the Grizzlies after LeClaire gets a double. And Finley Heath, the cleanup hitter. This is almost reminiscent of what Portsmouth did in the top. So this is Finley Heath batting in the cleanup position, our designated player for today. We got runners at second and third in Gerzone and LeClaire, respectively. That pitch is low.
Yep.
She gets down really low in her stance.
Look at the runner at second. You'll see that she can take a big secondary lead.
Well, you always want to take a big secondary lead because there's nobody who's kind of even remotely close by that can. But she's not, you know. And that's going to be an error on the shortstop.
Yeah. 1 run scores.
And a run scores for the Grizzlies. It was a tough hop for the shortstop, but playable. And she definitely had to play at third.
Yeah.
So now with Finley Heath at first base on the error, Addie Gerzone, the catcher, steps in. So it's now a 5-2 game.
I'd send the girl.
And that's a bunt. And that's almost like a squeeze. So Gerzone lays down the bunt, sacrifices herself for a run with LeClaire scoring. Now it's a 5-3 game. And Finley Heath goes to second. Number 13, O'Meara. She steps in. That's a strike right down the middle. So a good little mini comeback here for the Grizzlies, picking up 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. And O'Meara takes a ball in the dirt.
But there's a lot of room in right center field.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That ball's hit to the shortstop.
Go ahead.
And that's a nice play by the shortstop. She
held the runner.
Yep, she held the runner at second base, kind of ran her back to the bag, and then chucked it over to first to get rid of O'Meara. Nice play. That ball's hit, foul ball. It's a Colby Daniels. Daniels is going to loop one in there. They're going to bring her home. And Daniels with an RBI single scoring. Another Grizzly.
Just got the ball out of the infield.
So Finley
that's all.
Heath scores, and that's 4 runs for the Grizzlies in the bottom of the first.
We're going to make a change.
Already we're going to get a pitching change. So if you're Coach Tim and Tim, you know, you were certainly weren't happy with giving up 5 runs in the top of the first. But to come back and pick up 4 in the bottom of the first, you're back in this game.
So
this is surprising to see, like, this happen and right? Doesn't that seem a little unusual? Now there's only one runner on. Right? Seems a little unusual. Lefty.
Lefty, yeah.
Yeah. I say that only because it's
You don't
only
see
a runner
lot.
on first base, 2 outs. You're at the bottom of Goffstown's order. You typically don't see a pitching change in this situation, but I'm not sure what the coach knows, right?
I didn't even see this girl warm up
I
on
didn't
the
either.
side
Yeah.
as a pitcher.
And here's the thing, too, is that it appears, right, that the cold weather is impacting the pitchers, right, in terms of, like, maybe their grip on the ball, whereas the hitters are having a field day. So Meredith Toomey. And Toomey hits one to right field, and that's an out, but not before Goffstown does some damage and puts 4 runs on the board in the bottom of the first inning. They're back in this one, so we'll be back for the top of the second in just a few. She had a walk, but scored in that 5-run inning for the Clippers. And meanwhile, like, the fans are saying, man, we don't want a really long game. It's too cold. But change up for a strike.
Yep.
Nice pitch.
You want to limit the runs this inning.
Yeah, by West. Another one. Way ahead of that thing. That's one thing you rarely see, Bill, is what we just saw just now. Like, she was so far ahead of it, she almost fouled it off into the Grizzlies' dugout.
You got to come in fast.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So a 1-2 count to Christo. Another one right up the middle. I got to tell you,
Every one of them.
I don't know if I've ever seen a
Yeah.
game. I mean, this is like only 2 innings, but it's been like 5 hits up the middle. So Abby Craig also singled. Fouled away off the dugout. So, Bill, how much does a softball cost nowadays?
I don't know. My
What's the
time, I
guess?
could get it for $250.
I know, but I'm wondering what they cost. Change up, got a piece of that one. It's an 0-2 count. This is a really nice pitch by West. So, what's your guess? Can you Google it? How much is a softball? I'm thinking it's $10. What?
Easily.
I'm going to go $10, $11, I'm thinking.
Ooh,
Oh, that's it.
yeah.
She got rung up. So West with a nice
Good
pitch.
pitch.
Strikes out. Cora Douglas also with a hit in that top of the first. So we got one out. Runner at first base. Oh, we have Brad Parkhurst checking in. And that ball's crushed.
Oh,
Had a play on that, though. It's a long single, but there was a play on that ball.
should have been. Yeah.
So we want to welcome Brad Parkhurst as our number one fan. Brad hopefully will be back soon to do the game announcing. So Brad, feel free to text us. Let us know how you are doing. But we do miss you. And number 6, McGloshing.
The ball was hit straight at the girl.
Yes, I know that. Yeah. And I think there was an opportunity there to make a play on.
Yeah.
It was ripped though. That
Right.
ball was crushed.
Oh,
That's a
it's
pop
catcher
up.
ball.
That is
Catcher ball.
playable. And nice job
Yeah.
by the infielders, all going to their respective bases, you know. So it's a pop up to the catcher. Okay, so this is a rolling softball, about what, $4 or $5 a pop. Okay. And that's another pop
one.
up. That looks out of play though. And it is. So that's Ali Gerard. So we got 2 outs here in the the top of the second inning. Off speed,
Yeah.
and nice pitch by West. That was a really nice pitch. I think I would have swung and missed on that one too.
Come with some heat.
And that ball's tagged.
Oh, my gosh.
What a beautiful
What a catch.
play.
What a catch.
Going to see a replay on that one, hopefully on the highlight reel. That was Daniels.
Top 10 ESPN.
Colby Daniels with a spectacular, that saved like 2 runs right there.
Yep.
So you kind of need that. So leading.
She's going to beat that out.
And she's safe. Nice play by Rivard. Great hustle. That was That was one where I thought Portsmouth's defense was a little sloppy on that. They should have had a play on her. But the first base, whoever's covering first was slow in getting there.
Low.
So Brooke LeClaire with a 1-0 count with Rivard at first base with a beautiful bunt single. And that ball is hit back to the pitcher. Safe. And both players are now going to advance. And this is going to be, I call this wreck ball almost in a way. But manufactures a run here for the Grizzlies on a bunch of errors. So a single for Brooke LeClaire, and she ends up at second base on an error. Mm-hmm. And Gabby Gerzone will step in. The game is tied 5-5, and who would have thunk that one? I certainly didn't expect that.
That's what happens when you throw the ball around. This girl here is quick enough. She could put another bunt down to get that runner to third real easy.
Yeah.
So that's a coach's third trip out in 2 innings.
So Gabby had a single in her first at bat. And now she's got a runner in scoring position to take the lead for the Grizzlies. Oh, 1 count. Chopper to the second baseman. Nice play. And that moves Brooke LeClaire over to third. So we got 1 out.
Nice sacrifice.
Four-3 put out. And LeClaire will step in, and she almost hit a home run last time up. Right? That was the one that went off the top of the rail. And she had a good swing at that one. So we got a tie game here in the bottom of the second inning with a go-ahead run in Brooke LeClaire. So this could be a sister combo. And it's going to be a sacrifice bunt. And that scores a run. So small ball for the Grizzlies.
Beautiful
that
bunt.
Was excellent execution. And you were saying, well, they don't do that anymore. Well, I guess Goffstown did. So sacrifice bunt to bring home a run. And Finley Heath is at the plate. And as they say, no duckies on the pond. And right down the middle for a strike. And Heath got on base on an error last at bat. She's got good power as well. A little bit low. It's interesting because, as I mentioned before, she crouches down quite a bit, and I think she's fairly tall. So she's, let's see, although she's not, let's see. Chopper back to the pitcher, and that'll do it. All right, but with that, Goffstown takes the lead going into the top of the third inning. We'll be back in a couple. So Emmy Greco steps in. That's low.
Ooh.
Whoa, that's a good
my
pitch.
word.
Love that pitch. She seems to disguise her changeup really nicely. Two 2-1 count to Greco.
Ooh. Ooh.
Pop up to the shortstop,
That's it.
and that's first out of the top of the third.
Now batting number 1, Darby Benson.
Good pitch.
Yeah.
I am starting to think though that this is all about the weather because like as they're getting like more warmed up,
Loose.
especially
Get loose,
West,
yeah.
I think she's feeling
Oh.
it now. What a nice
Oh.
pitch. So Darby Benson, number 1. That's another pop up to the first baseman, and that's the second out of the inning. So nice catch there by Gabby Garzone.
Batting number 3, Piper Hindle.
And prior to that, sorry about that, Meredith Toomey. You had a nice catch at shortstop. Another changeup. Those are like magnificent.
Look at the stance on this girl.
Yeah,
She's almost out of the box.
yeah.
So anything on the outside corner she'll
Yeah.
never reach. Unless she's got a pole.
Good pitch. So Hindle has had a single up the middle and walked. So she's got 3 at bats in the first, pretty much 3 innings. That's crazy. So it's an 0-2 count.
On the outside.
Ooh, I like that one. I like that pitch.
You keep it down and away, she'll never get to it.
Someone's got to play that. That's not good. That is simply not good. The pitcher made no attempt,
Right.
unfortunately, on the ball, and that's a. I don't know what would you score that?
Good
It's kind-
infield hit.
But it's really not. But we'll say that it is.
Well, no
but-
throw was made, right? So you can't call it an
I
error.
know. Well, but that's like mental.
Mental, yeah.
It's a mental error.
Ooh. Oh, my God.
God, she got crushed. Hopefully she's okay. I mean, that ball went onto her thigh. That was a stinger.
Yeah.
That will be a black and blue. Yes,
Uh,
but it hit the meaty part of her thigh. So,
The only thing that'll help her today, it's cold.
yeah, you don't need an ice pack today. Hopefully she's all right. But and again, when you think about the positives in those situations, if there's going to be a spot where you're going to get hit, the thigh, the muscle would probably be the place to get it. That wasn't on a bone. But that ball was rocketed.
Somebody else going up.
Tough. So hopefully West is all right.
I don't know if it was her plant leg or not.
It was her right leg, right? Hopefully they're going to give her a couple of warm-up pitches.
you
I'm
have to.
hoping, right? I mean, What a tough kid. So Taylor West took a rocket to her thigh.
Tough kid.
Now batting number 17, Anna Cristo.
So Cristo, we got runners at first and second base with 2 outs. So this is an important at bats here for the Portsmouth Clippers. And that ball is stroked. And will they?
Okay.
All right. So it is a clean single to left field. But now we got the bases loaded for the cleanup hitter, Abby Craig. So very, very important here for the Grizzlies. Try to get out of this jam.
Any base, any base.
Yeah. And what a beautiful grab. Did she catch it on the fly?
She caught it. Yeah, I got it. Second baseman.
Wow. That was Garzone.
It was almost a snow cone, but she.
I know, but that was an amazing. We've had a couple of
Yep.
crazy catches here.
Now the key thing is when the pitcher goes into the dugout, what do? You don't want to let her get stiff.
Yeah.
You keep her moving around. As you said, she doesn't need ice.
Yeah. Oh. Man. So that was Gabby Garzone, the second baseman, with that line drive snow cone catch. That was not even an inch off the.
No.
Right?
No.
That was beautiful. I don't know, it's obviously for me, it's the first game that I've called this season, and I haven't watched any practices. This is it for me, and it just seems like some of these balls are getting rocketed, right? Or is it maybe I'm just getting older? I don't know, but these are really aggressive line drives.
Right on the screws.
Yeah.
Right.
Number 9, Addie Garzone.
So Addie Garzone had a sacrifice in her first at bat.
Could use a few more runs.
Yeah, I would agree. So Brad texted me. He is doing well, recovering from a procedure, shall we say, but he is going to go get some physical therapy. He is on the mend. So he wants to wish everybody here well, and we miss you, Brad. That pitch is high. But, the nice part of Goffstown TV is he can watch this from the comfort and warmth of his living room, which, Brad, if you were here, it would be freezing. So this is a foul ball. I'm sorry, a pop-up to the first baseman who almost dropped it. But
Now batting number 13, Dawson O'Mara.
and O'Mara, the left fielder. And that's grounded to the shortstop. Nice movement over there. And that is going to be an out. Close play, but a nice throw by the shortstop and an even better reach by the first baseman. That's a high throw, but was able to corral it.
Number 3, Cody Daniels.
And Colby Daniels with that spectacular catch that saved more runs from scoring. So she had one of the plays of the game, I thought. And she fouls it onto the roof. That's another $5. Every time we're going to go cha-ching, right? You could probably do that on your sound effects. I need like a little sound effects thing. We're getting a teleprompter. Are we getting that too? Or
Ooh.
off speed, but a little high, 1-1 count. So both teams have kind of settled down in this third inning. We went from a fast and furious scoring, and it's kind of slowed down a little bit. Good eye by Daniels there.
Questioned by the pitcher.
Pitcher's been pretty active defensively. A lot of balls have been hit up the middle to her or pop-ups, etc. Again, I don't know the players just yet, but like these are some, well, it's not now, but these were decent bunting opportunities. They're playing far back, and they haven't really demonstrated that they can, a good bunt. I don't think you have the quickness at any of the corners to get somebody out. So it's a walk by Daniels. And Toomey, the short comes in now. And so I'm sorry, I've been screwing up my numbers on this book were all wrong. She's playing third base. It was Emma LeClaire playing short, so been screwing that up all game. And that's going to be off the glove of the shortstop. And that's a hit by Toomey. Nice job. And now runners at first and second base with the center fielder, Rivard, stepping up. And what did Rivard do last time? She scored.
One of the errors, I think.
Yeah. This is your 9-hitter. Fouled off. For a 1-1 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Runner in scoring position for the Grizzly at second base. And that ball's hit sharply to, and a nice play by the shortstop, diving to touch the base. Her momentum took her right there. So no runs scored by the Grizzlies in this inning. They still lead 6-5 over the Clippers as we head into the top of the fourth.
Please support the Goffstown TV Contact tomorrow, April 23rd at Narrabri in Bedford, New Hampshire. A portion of your bill will be donated back to our Grizzly softball team. The fundraiser runs from 4 to 8 p.m. Don't forget to mention the Goffstown Grizzly softball when ordering.
That's a home run.
No. You're right.
That's a home run.
Ooh.
That ball was tagged. Leadoff home run by Douglas. So I'm getting a failing grade here. Like, I'm getting text messages because I'm putting their numbers as their position, and like this is like what happens when it's like your first game, you're coming in cold, you know. So I'm getting like a D- or something today. I apologize. So it was Brooke LeClaire who made that nice catch at second base. So I'll get it right eventually. It'll be the end of the game. We'll get it right. That's another one that's crushed. Oh, don't want to go to third on that. So, little bit of a problem here for the Grizzlies as we have a home run and a double by McClashing. Although that one I thought had a chance of being caught.
I did. I did too. No, I did too.
So number 10 is in the game. That would be Holt.
This girl's another one of their pitchers.
So we got a runner at second base. And now Holt is coming off the bench.
Watch it.
That's Kendall Holt.
Watch out for the bunt.
Jeez. 0-2 count.
Check the stance. Look at her front foot. Watch her lift it now.
Yeah. That's foul ball. Way ahead of that one. But it's right. It's very awkward. It's like.
Yeah. Instead of striding, she's coming with her foot crooked and then has to stride forward.
Off speed, way ahead of that one. Holt's battling at the plate here with an 0-2 count. West delivers, and that ball is going to be a foul ball as well, and I can't see if she caught it.
No.
I don't think she did, because we would have heard elation if that were the case. It's kind of amazing, you know. Holt comes in, hasn't played all game, and has like this tenacious at bat, and she singles, bringing over the runner to third base now. So runners at first and third, no outs, and you wonder, did that line drive to the thigh of West impact anything?
So what do you do now? Do you play the corners in?
They're not doing that. They're almost saying that I'm giving up a run.
Because
That's popped up over our heads. Come on, ladies. It wasn't that
Girls
close.
will be all right. Second baseman's too deep.
So this is Benson. That looked good.
Oh my God! Don't
But
do that.
not to the umpire's liking.
Ooh,
I'm sorry, it's Emmy Greco. I apologize. 2 balls and 1 strike to Greco. She's popped up at least twice. So
got her.
no, it's 2 strikes now.
2 strike.
Yeah. So it's a 2-2 count to Greco. She's popped to short twice. Oof. Now it's going to be a full count. And this is where you got to know your situation. This is the number 8 hitter, I believe. You got to attack this. That's a strike 3. Nice pitch.
Yeah.
I think she heard me.
Now batting number 1, Darby Benson.
So Darby Benson, also, she's popped up to first base
I'd
and grounded out.
I'd send the runner.
And she swings through that one.
See?
Yeah, that's a smart play. She take the force play out of the way. And so Holt goes over to second base on the uncontested stolen base. And now Darby Benson has a 0-1 count heading her way. And that ball is going to be a tough play. That's safe. That was a knuckleballer to the second base, and she was playing so deep too.
Yeah.
So that's a hit and a RBI for Benson. And now we got runners at first and third. Holt at third, Benson at first, and now we're top of the order. A little bit high. Another uncontested stolen base to take away the force. May the force not be with you on that one. And we got to get a timeout by the Grizzlies as they now trail 7-6 to the Clippers. Again, only 1 out. And kind of like, what do you do here? Do you intentionally walk somebody to get I don't know.
Not the way they're hitting the ball. I think you got to get the batter.
Yeah.
Got to hope we keep the ball in the infield.
So on that last play, as you can see, LeClaire's playing almost on the grass.
Yeah.
And that ball was like a knuckleballer. Yeah. She had absolutely no play on that one. Well, let's see what Hindle can do. And Hindle's had a couple of hits. Nice stop. Right down the middle.
Yeah. Again, another batter almost out of the batter's box.
But I think Addie Gerzone saved a run on that one. That pitch that was low. Just going to take the first one. That would have been a really tough play.
You get the short out.
So you get a run. Holt comes in to score. Now it's a 2-run lead. Low and inside. So Laura Milks with 2 outs and a runner at third base. Obviously, Portsmouth wants to get another insurance run here.
Ooh,
and that ball's hit well to center field. but caught to end the inning. So
I
that
really
was
would use two
Rivard
hands
got
there.
underneath that. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing, too, is that and she had a play with a ball that went, between her legs. Like, you got to – but that's all the coaching part of it, I think, you know. But she got underneath that one. So Goffstown gives up 3 runs here in the top of the 4th inning, and they now trail by 2 runs. And let's see what can happen. A lot of runs scored here on a cold day in Goffstown. I'm surprised it's not snowing. I don't know. Emily promised us like hand warmers and like gloves and mittens, and nothing's materialized here. I don't know. I just don't know what we're going to do. You know, the only good thing is that these ear muffy headphones are keeping my ears warm. That's about the only saving grace. And then she's got looks like she's got like hot tea and a cooler. No, what do you got there? Water? Just plain old water. You sure?
We're not going to tell you what she's got in there.
Okay. That's why I miss Brad. I mean, Brad would have had prepared. He would have had hand warmers. He would have had a heater up here, right? Probably like a 10,000 BTU heater.
Everything else would have gone off, but Brad's heater would be working.
Exactly. I mean, he would have taken care of us.
All right, we got to string some hits.
Number
Let's go,
11,
girls.
Brooke LeClaire, who I was reminded of that I screwed up in terms of her great catch at second base.
Hi.
I think it was by one of her, I think it's a sister called in to the station and clarified. So, yeah, called up the GTV office and complained to the vice president of operations, demanding my termination. But, you know, and I'm only a volunteer, and it's only my first game of the season, so I'm asking for a little bit of grace. It could be my last game, right? That's true. I'm working with no contract. So a 2-1 count to Brooke LeClaire, who made that fantastic play at second base, Bill. So I'm hoping that, is it possible that Sister LeClaire, could you text your mom at who's the VP of operations and let her know that I did atone for my naming sin, and that she can visit me in the press box and let me know that I'm forgiven. And that's a strike, a 3-2 count. Off-speed pitch.
Right.
What? You know what? She did the
piece.
same exact thing in the first inning. You remember?
Yep.
There was a really tough pitch, and she fouled it off. And she crushes it to the shortstop, who cannot play the ball. I thought it almost went off her face.
It got her.
Did it get her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cheek. Cheek to cheek.
The official scorer, Bill Ruel, is a single, he says. Not even close on that one. So that would be Brooke LeClaire, who made that really nice play at second base, gets a single. And in steps Gabby Gerzone. And she crushes it to right field. And now Goffstown's got 2 runners on. And Emma LeClaire, the shortstop. And she had a really beautiful sacrifice bunt. And she also almost hit a home run. So a little bit high to LeClaire. And I should have known better. If you say LeClaire or Gerzone, you got a 40% chance of nice pitch. We got a 40% chance of getting a name right, you know? Now, maybe not the first name, but. Pitch is high, 2-1. I think she's going to connect here, and I think for like a double. I can feel it in my bones.
A lot of room in left center
I can
field,
feel it.
boy. Ooh.
Oh, way ahead of that one. That was a nice changeup. 2-2 count. With Finley Heath on deck. Way to battle that. Was a beautiful pitch, right? That's probably one of the fastest pitches of the day. And LeClaire was able to foul that off for a 2-2 count with 2 runners on the bases. Change up in the dirt.
Play it. No, gonna. Come on. Keep coming.
She's safe. She's safe. She is safe. She is safe.
Got her hand in there.
Yeah. So now runners advance on that. And that was you know what? And I got to say, good job by the home plate umpire there. He got down to make that call.
Well, he had the best line.
He had the best view, but a good job. So now I got runners at second and third with Heath. Ooh. That seemed a little bit high. But and that ball's hit back to the pitcher. Oh no, they're in trouble. All right.
Make her throw it.
Yeah. The lucky. Goffstown got a little lucky on that one. So that's the one thing that if you're Finley Heath that you didn't want to do is hit it right back to the pitcher. Anywhere else, it probably scores a run. Addie Gerzone, catcher, and she takes a strike. So again, this is an important at bat. All of them are important, but you're down by 2 runs. You got runners at second and third in scoring position. If Gerzone can find a way to get a single here,
get the ball out to the infield. You got a chance to score too. Yeah.
And you got some pretty big gaps, I think, especially in right center.
Yeah.
That ball's hit deep. It is over the head of the right field. That's going to score 2. And Gerzone with a beautiful double to drive in 2 runs to tie this game up 8-8. What a beautiful hit. I thought for a split second, Bill, that had a shot at going out just from the angle, but it hit at the base of the fence. But now we've got an 8-8 game. This has turned into quite the offensive slugfest. So that double brings in Brooke LeClaire and Gabby Gerzone. And now we got another runner in scoring position for O'Meara. And O'Meara has hit the ball to shortstop in her first 2 at-bats. So if you're a runner at second base, you should know that.
Ball out of the infield, she'll score.
See, you mentioned this in the first or second inning, but I think if I'm the Grizzlies, I'm taking a more aggressive lead at second base.
Yep. Look,
if anything, it distracts your shortstop a bit.
The second baseman's slow. Look.
Yeah, right. And she's so late in coming over anyway. And I think we've also demonstrated that in terms of, 3-0 count to O'Meara. That's in there for a strike, though. 3-1 count. 8-8 ball game. Bottom of the fourth. Pretty interesting. Fouled off onto the roof, and that just damaged the siding. Yeah, she came close to getting the window. Now it's a full count. Any
Change
contact.
Change it. Come on.
Yeah, I think you're right. In the dirt. What is she doing? That was, oh man, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Did she block her?
That's what he's
Yeah.
asking.
I don't think so. I think she literally stopped before she.
That and then
Yeah.
tried to slide.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a. I think
Yeah.
it's aggressiveness by the Grizzlies. Don't get me wrong, but so she gets a walk, and then
2 to 5, right?
yeah, yeah. All right, so
As a reminder, there is coffee and hot chocolate available at the grandstand. As a reminder, there is coffee and hot chocolate available at the grandstand. As a reminder, there is coffee and hot chocolate available at the grandstand.
that was it bases loaded on that one, or it was off speed, and that is going to be foul, but barely. She crushed that one. Very active chatter on the Portsmouth dugout. And it's popped up out of play, or fouled off, I should say.
I don't think you come back with a change-up. I think you come hard.
Oh. See, that one was a strike to what's her name? To Heath. 3-2 count with one out to the cleanup hitter, Abby Craig.
Got her.
That's gone.
Got her.
Yep. So Craig strikes out.
Now batting number 37, Cora Douglas.
And Cora Douglas,
She's had a couple.
she had a home run.
Yeah.
So got to be careful with her. And I think, if anything, they're playing on the warning track for the Grizzlies. So. That's in there first. Oh, no?
Ooh.
Oh. Obviously, it's off the plate, but. Grounded, out of play. I could smell like hot coffee brewing. Right? It's not Dunk. I mean, it's just coffee. It's not a particular manufacturer of the coffee. Didn't say it. I almost said it. And that is going to be in there for a bloop single. That's a tough one when you're a pitcher, right? Because she didn't really get a good bat on it, but nonetheless, she gets a single. So McClatching also had a double. So this was in that run, that inning when they scored 3.
Ooh.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We have a broken bat. How much does a bat cost nowadays?
Oh, my God.
They're like
Hundreds.
$300-400, right?
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's hit to the shortstop. And good job there by LeClaire getting it over to Gerzone. And Goffstown gets out of that one. So we head into the bottom of the 5th inning, and I'm going to have to get censored by the GTV people. We'll be back in a few minutes. she takes a high pitch for ball one. In the dirt.
In the dirt.
She drew a walk, I think, in her last at bat, so and got a single. That's in there, though. And she hits it to the shortstop, and that'll be an easy out there.
But she's smooth, the
Yeah,
shortstop.
it's very smooth. And Toomey, who got a single last at bat, is up. That ball's crushed by
Nice,
Toomey.
nice
That's a
hit.
beautiful hit. Stroke that one. See if Goffstown can get a little action going here in the bottom of the fifth. That's a strike. I like Toomey's lead off first, aggressive. That ball's popped out of play. And it's grounded out of play. Toomey seems pretty quick, I think, right? She got down to second pretty fast. 0-2 count on Rivard. We got one out in the bottom of the fifth inning. Tie score. Fouled out of play. Way to hang in there by Rivard.
Oh, good pitch.
Change up, and that's going to be a tough
She's gonna
one.
play it.
That's safe.
Safe.
Why did she? I would have let that roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was rolling.
Yeah. Because she didn't have a play on her, I don't think, But,
We don't have the trench out here to keep the ball.
yeah. But I didn't hear anybody coaching her saying, let it go, either, so. What is he saying, that she left early or something?
Can't. He's going to go talk to you.
Who's he talking to?
The
other umpire.
He's saying that she left early. That's it.
Yeah. It's usually the home plate umpire in that situation who would be making that call, but because they had the best, kind of angle at it. But so we got runners at first and second base.
One out.
So Rivard gets a single, one out, and now we start with Brooke LeClaire, who's had a good day at the plate for sure. Brooke LeClaire is 3 for 3.
Left fielder and right fielder are deep.
0-2 count to LeClaire with the Garzone on deck. In the dirt, that gets away from the catcher.
Oh my God.
And that advances both runners into scoring position now. So a 1-2 count, and that's a tough passed ball.
First one.
Yeah. If it was a, I wouldn't consider that a wild pitch because
No.
I think that was one you could stop. But they advance. And that ball is hit to deep center field. That's going to be a tag-up situation for both runners. And Goffstown now leads 9-8 on a sacrifice fly. Deep ball by Brooke LeClaire.
Now batting number 4, Garzone.
Watch the squeeze bunt.
You think so with 2 outs?
Well, maybe not, but
Another pass ball, and she's going to come home. And she scores.
oh my gosh.
Rivard scores on a wild pitch. Manufactured runs. That's a tough one if you're the Portsmouth side. You know, so a wild pitch or a pass ball advances the 2 runners to second and third. And then a sacrifice fly to deep center field, and then another wild pitch / pass ball brings it another run. I look good.
Yeah.
2-1 count to Gabby Garzone. She's gone 2 for 3 so far. 2 singles and then a 4-3. This is to the automatic shortstop. So, but not without doing some damage. The Goffstown Grizzlies put 2 runs on the scoreboard to take a 10-8 lead going into the top of the 6th.
Manufacture.
I got to use this tape to tape up my hands like gloves. I don't know. I'm getting older. I'm getting like a wimp. That's all I know. I used to be far, far more.
You got a lot of years to go, sir.
I understand that, Bill, but I'm just saying, I'm turning into a wimp. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't like the cold weather anymore. I don't like Florida either.
There's too many sinkholes.
I don't like Florida. Never really did. I mean, I like the coastline and everything, but I've spent too much of the interior of Florida to not like it, I guess. Now Holt came in late in the game, and she produced for Portsmouth.
Got a nice single.
Well, she also had a super discipline at bat on that last time. That's a strike.
I don't think the cold affects this girl.
Nope. It is so weird where she puts her foot, her left foot.
She crooks it.
Yeah, but it's almost like inside, like she's facing. Yeah, it's just. And then she gets another hit. That's going to be a.
Oh, nice stop.
Yeah.
Good job. We got to that one.
That was left field, right?
Yep.
That was Toomey.
Now batting number 16, Emmy Greco.
So Holt with a single.
This is the girl I think that's had trouble with the changeup.
Yeah, she struck out her last at bat, and she's popped to the shortstop a couple of times. But, this is what I was saying the last couple of innings. It's like, know who you're pitching against. This is your eight hitter.
Sure.
Yeah. And frankly, I think that West is more telegraphing her pitches on these changeups more than in, say, the earlier innings. 2-2 count to Emmy Greco. Changeup. Oh, man, I thought we could have had a play at that. So it's a single for Greco, and now the runners advance. So we got runners at first and second with no outs. And Benson steps up. So Goffstown's got to be careful here. No outs with runners at first and second base. You think they'll bunt? The answer is no. Infield fly.
Yep.
And
top of the order now?
yeah, top of the order is Hindle. The runner was, the umpire wasn't emphatic on that infield fly. So Piper Hindle, and she pops one to Toomey, who's under it. Again, they got to use two hands because that one looked like it almost popped out too.
Oh, my God.
But we're old school, Bill, right? We're old school. So 2 outs, runners at first and second. Holt at second in scoring position. Fouled off.
This is a big batter.
By Milks, yes.
This is a big batter.
Yeah. That's a pop-up to the right fielder.
Good job.
And that is the third out for the Grizzlies as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. And nice job by Colby Daniels to get underneath that one for the P9.
Be nice to get a couple runs this inning,
Yeah, I would agree.
Just to pad it. Because what are you facing? 2, 3, and 4?
No, you're 3, 4, 5. I
3,
think.
4, 5.
Hold on. You are facing 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm. 5 was the one hit the home run.
And 5 hitter hit the homer. So you're right. I don't think you want to see her again.
No.
Or at least not give her anything good to swing at. But for those of you who might be tuning in a little bit late, this game started a tad bit late because the bus from Portsmouth was slightly delayed. And Portsmouth quickly put up 5 runs. And not only did they put up 5 runs, but they were just crushing the ball. And it looked like it was going to be an extraordinarily long afternoon for the Grizzlies. But they stopped the proverbial bleeding in the first inning and then put up, 4 runs in that bottom of the first to keep this thing close. We've had a few lead changes. It was then, tie 8-8. Goffstown scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. So in is Emma LeClaire. And she hits one.
That could be 2.
A single. She turns, but
okay.
Yeah. So nice strong hit by LeClaire. So Finley Heath has been a bit unlucky today.
What the hell? He's
making another substitution.
Okay. This is the girl I saw warm up.
Okay.
And she
was
is pretty
throwing
quick.
heat.
She's pretty quick.
And so Finley Heath has had comebackers to the pitcher.
Pitcher goes to right field. I believe.
They're moving everybody around here, right? Or am I wrong? No, 37
goes to right
is
field.
to right. Okay.
Well, maybe not.
No, she's going to center field. Where's she going?
I think she's discussing where she wants to
okay.
play.
How are those gloves working? All right. You know, when I go home and I tell my wife that I had no gloves in my car or hat, she's going to say something to me because I'm like Mr. Prepared. I have literally bags in both cars that have extra gloves, all that stuff. And now that I think about it, I did have something in my trunk, which I didn't look at, but some hand warmers. Yeah. What are you going to do?
It's their third pitcher.
A blankie. Yeah. Well, they changed pitchers right in that first inning, which was a little weird in and of itself.
With
two outs, yeah.
He's bringing this girl in to hold it down.
So, Bill, you're from Dunbarton, right?
Yep.
Have you been to that coffee shop in Dunbarton? School Street Cafe? It's right in the middle of town.
Right.
It's nice. It's
no,
quaint.
my wife went there with her friend. Yeah.
All right, so Heath steps in, new pitcher. And
You see
Finley
what I
Heath,
tell you?
beautiful bunt. And this is what we talked about, the small ball. Who would expect a bunt from your cleanup hitter, right? But it gets a runner in scoring position, so a sacrifice bunt.
You're playing for that one run.
I agree. You know,
that was a nice bunt, though.
it was a beautiful bunt. And it's one thing. The Grizzlies have been doing that all game. Portsmouth, not so much, right? I haven't seen them lay down one bunt. And that's in there for a strike to Addie Gerzone, the catcher. And she had a double in her last at bat, if you remember. And she's way up in that box, too. And she hits a slow roll at a third.
Come on, go to third.
And an advance to good base running by the Grizzlies to get a runner over to third. So now, if you have another wild pitch past ball, you get another insurance run. And now it's O'Meara. She's another one who points her, initially. If you take a look at her left foot, she points it almost to the catcher. And then as she steps out,
See? Yeah.
It's good, nice play by the catcher to save a run there. You have 2 outs with a 1-1 count to O'Meara, runner at third base in LeClaire. In the dirt, another nice backhanded stop by the catcher.
It's a big run at third base, boy.
Very big run. And see what O'Meara can do. And she hits a pop-up, a towering one to the second baseman. And that'll do it for the Grizzlies. So no insurance runs as we head into the top of the 7th with Goffstown with a 2-run lead. Can they hold it? Stay tuned for more.
So you tell every outfielder, keep the ball in front of you.
In front of you, right, right. Yeah.
All right.
Well, it was a little, like that first inning was a little nerve-wracking, right? Because we had a couple of, I thought we had a couple of defensive, I'm not going to say, they weren't, well, one went through the center fielder's legs, but the other one, I thought we had some chances to like cut it off. And but since then, Goffstown has kind of tightened things up a bit. So, and again, so easy for us to say up here in the press box when it's like freezing out. And very likely hard to grip the ball. But I also think that, Bill, we need to give a huge shout out to Taylor West here, because she had a rocky first inning.
Yeah. And
she settled down. And her defense also settled down. So let's see if she can shut the door on the, again, this is going to be tough order for the Grizzlies. Yeah. I mean, let's think about this. They're up against the meat of the order here. The 3, 4, 5 batters in Christo, Craig, and Douglas. And Douglas hit a home run. So
no doubt.
So if you look at Goffstown's defensive formation, they're playing fairly deep in center and in right. And then this is a ball that is playable to center field. And that's a nice catch by Rivard for the first out of the inning. You're hearing Coach LeClaire scream out singles, not doubles. And that's what you were talking about, right? Mm-hmm. The ball should be in front of you. And Abby Craig, who had a single, a strikeout line to the second baseman, and then also another strikeout. She takes another ball for ball 2. And I think, wonder if maybe she's trying to pitch around her, being very careful.
With the next girl coming up, I hope not.
I would. And that's going to be a bloop hit. Not really a bloop hit. It was just a lazy fly ball that dropped. So
you can be sure this girl's swinging for the downs.
Oh, yeah. So a single for Craig, Abby Craig. And in steps Douglas, who crushed one. And that's in there for a strike. Okay. And take a look at Abby Craig. She is taking a very aggressive lead at first base. One count to Douglas. That ball's hit sharp to the shortstop, and she tagged the base. So,
what a sharp play! What a sharp play! That's big. Get Douglas out of there.
So it's 2 outs now. And this is McGlashing. She got a, what did she do last time? A double? Mm. Foul ball. 0-2 count. So the Clippers are down to their last strike.
Do you throw the changeup?
I do.
But you throw it away. You don't throw it.
Right. Yeah. You don't throw it over the plate. Right. Especially on an 0-2, you know. You got a waste pitch. And that ball's ripped. So it's going to go to the fence. That could score a run. Nope. And that's it.
Oh,
and aggressiveness by Portsmouth. Why they sent her, I do not know.
It's only one run. It will only be 10.
I get it, but you would have had runners at second
Right.
and third. And
Right.
Anyway, a great play by the Grizzlies to nail the runner at home plate on what arguably was a super exciting game here in Goffstown. Goffstown trailed 5-0, and this game looked like it was going to be a long day for the Grizzlies. They battled back, putting up 4 runs in the bottom of the first, and they battled all day long against a tough Portsmouth team.
Give kudos to the pitcher.
I do. I think, to me, Taylor West epitomized somebody who the grit and determination. She struggled in that first inning, and she sucked it up and just pitched a great game from then on. She got a ball smacked right at her thigh, but what a pitching performance for her. I mean, and she did it in a very just the fashion was very, I guess, plain. I guess I'll use that word. But
she made her changeup work for her.
yes, and I think she pitched. I think she threw the ball in the first inning, and she got hit. But I think she pitched a really nice game for the remainder of it. So again, if you're the Grizzlies, you lost a real tough game on Monday where you were up by 4 runs in the top of the 7th, and today was a day you could have folded. And they didn't. They came back.
Beat a good team.
And they beat a good team. So credit to the Grizzlies and the coaching staff. And with that, we're going to sign off. I want to thank Emily, our camera person, as well as everybody in the Goffstown studio. I assume that it's Jen who's in this. No, it's Rebecca Biederman in the studio. So thank you, Rebecca, so much for all that you guys do, because we can't do these games without you. So with that, we're signing off. Next game will probably not be broadcast on GTV. We're not sure. It'll at least be recorded, and then you'll be able to see it on GTV in the days and weeks to come. With that, we're signing off. Have a great day, everyone.